How's it going, everyone? Today I am here with my WWE Hell in a Cell 2015 pay-per-view. Of course, this review is late because I didn't see the pay-per-view live. I had to miss it due to the event I was at Sunday night and Saturday as well. Aftershock, of course, the music festival here in Sacramento had NXT live there. So, of course, Saturday and Sunday I attended the concert festival to see NXT. So that's why, if I'm tired right now, I am tired. I haven't got much sleep this weekend. And if my voice sounds weird, because my voice is pretty much shot. So, excuse me for this review. It's late. It's about 1 in the morning, so I just want to get this wrapped up as quickly as possible. I should probably wait until the morning to do it, but you know what? Since the pay-per-view is fresh in my mind, just finished watching it not too long ago, I thought I might as well throw the review for you guys, so that's what I'm doing right now. But Hell in a Cell, going in the pay-per-view, I wasn't expecting too much. I wasn't really expecting anything that spectacular. But coming out of it, I would say I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was a good show for what it was. I don't think there's too many really great, or too many good things about it. If anything, definitely the two solo matches are the only two things really worthy of seeing. But I thought it was a good, solid show for what it was. So I'll give them a thumbs up for the show. Nothing really to complain about in my opinion. Of course, I had the Kickoff, which is an hour before the pay-per-view starts, which featured a 6-man tag team match. Dolph, Ziggler, Cesaro, Neville versus Rusev, Sheamus, and King Barrett. That was a fun little 6-man tag there. I would say their match on Raw was more fun, but this definitely was a lot of fun too. Especially Cesaro was definitely the MVP of this match, just looking like an all-star in this match, and he looked absolutely great. Stardust at ringside with the Stardust section sign. I don't know where they're going with this. Stardust has been doing this for the last couple of weeks since Cesaro, so I'm not sure what direction they're going in terms of a feud. But, that was a fun 6-man tag. Of course, Ziggler, Neville, and Cesaro got the win when Ziggler hit a super kick into a swing, I believe, which was followed by a red arrow from Neville for the 1-2-3 victory. So that was the match on the Kickoff. That was pretty good. We're going to the pay-per-view itself, which opened up with John Cena's United States Open Challenge. Of course, putting the title line against anyone. He goes out there, gets in the ring, immediately says, "You know what? Let's not waste any time. Let's get to it." Drops the mic, gets ready, and all of a sudden, Jack Swagger's music hits. I'm like, ugh, this is gonna suck. And then out comes Zeb Coulter. I'm like, okay, this is a little weird. He's in his little thing John Laurinaitis roll around in, when that said "People Power" on the front, little scooter. I roll around in that. He said it's time that he loses the U.S. title, even though he lost it. Even though he just won it back a month ago, but it's time for him to lose it apparently, and that it's time for all the countries to come together as one. And he introduces the challenger, Alberto Del Rio. So Alberto Del Rio makes his return, and I honestly could care less. I've never been that big of a fan of Alberto Del Rio. I used to like him, but then quickly I lost interest, and he just isn't my cup of tea. So the fact that Alberto Del Rio's back, I honestly could care less. I don't care at all to see him, but you know what? I guess it's just another name they can add to the roster that they can use, because everyone knows how low they are in stars in terms of star power. So I guess they can use him easily. But Dario coming back, don't have much thoughts on it besides I don't really care, to be honest. But yeah, he comes out, answers Cena's open challenge, and they have a match, which, to be honest, was nothing special. It was decent. It was pretty much, I guess, like a showcase for Del Rio. They pretty much had him on the offense the entire match. Cena got literally little to none offense. Like, he hit like a clothesline and he did something else, but he didn't get any offense in his team like at all. And the finish came out of nowhere. Del Rio hit a backstabber followed by that signature kick that JBL always mentions that won him the world championship from Dolph Ziggler. And 1, 2, 3, that was it. Del Rio beat Cena clean as a whistle very quickly too. The match was only about 6-7 minutes, I would say. So it was a very short match too, and the finish came out of nowhere. In a decent match. This was nothing special, and I don't know, Del Rio's US champion, I'm not really liking it, to be honest. I would prefer they just let the title on Seth Rollins instead. They just should have let him have both titles still, but yeah, I'm not booking things, so I can't tell you why they did it. But Del Rio's back, he's US champion. I mean, I'll give him another chance, but it doesn't mean I still care to see him, but I'll give him another chance, see how he does this time around. But yeah, that was a big shock to everyone, including myself, when I heard about that. So especially with them being with Zeb Coulter too, that's just like a whoa. After the whole big storyline at the beginning until 13 for Mania, that was just, I don't know. We'll see how this works out going down, but Dario's back, US champ, whatever. From there on, we go to the Hell in a Cell match. Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. This actually surprised me very much. I actually really enjoyed this. Both men absolutely tore the house down. I thought they utilized the Hell in a Cell thing perfectly. You know, they didn't really use the cell to its full advantage, in my opinion, but they did old school tactics. You know, they used a lot of weapons. I like how they use their weapons with the cage. Like Bray Wyatt put a steel chair into the cage, and he got thrown into it, and then he put the kendo stick in the cage and threw Reigns into it. They used a lot of kendo sticks, a lot of tables. 6 spot on the outside where Bray Wyatt was standing on the apron. Reigns speared him off the apron through a table. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. And you can just tell both guys, they seem like they legitimately just wanted to beat the holy hell out of each other. It got to the point where both men can barely even stand, but they're still swinging, but barely standing. So I thought this was a great match here. You can argue that, you know, this is probably both of theirs, or one of their best performances of all time, because they're not known for having a lot of great matches, especially Bray Wyatt. So this is definitely probably one of their best matches for both guys. I would say just a very awesome Hell in a Cell match. Very impressed with both guys, and I think both of them look great too. You know, Bray Wyatt looked great, Roman Reigns looked great, and they put on one hell of a Hell in a Cell match, in my opinion. Roman Reigns, of course, at the end, I loved the counter where Roman Reigns went for the spear, and like Bray Wyatt put his boot up and kicked him, and like he hit him with the Sister Abigail so quickly, it was like a snap of the finger. I thought that was great stuff right there. But Roman Reigns then came to the victory with a huge spear on Bray Wyatt for the 1-2-3 victory. So Roman Reigns defeats Bray Wyatt as expected in a great Hell in a Cell match. Really well done by both guys. I really liked how they utilized everything in the match and really told a great story, I thought. So kudos for both guys there. From there on, we go to the WWE Tag Team Championship match, the New Day versus the Dudley Boyz. Nothing special to talk about here. You didn't get your same old stuff though. I feel like Kofi and Big E definitely did really well as a team, especially paying tribute to Xavier Woods. They're fallen unicorn. But you know, it was a good match, nothing special. You know, it was your average New Day Dudley Boyz match. The best part of the match, of course, was Kofi hitting a double drop kick out of nowhere. Like literally, he wasn't even framed. He just like flew in, and he did a tribute to Eddie Guerrero where he had the trombone. He threw it to Bubba and fell down. The referee turned like, "Hey, did you hit him?" I thought that was a great tribute to Eddie right there, so that was good. But New Day ended up retaining. You know, Bubba got hit with the trombone in the back when the referee wasn't looking. Kofi had Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. New Day retains the tag team titles. I'm glad about that. I really didn't want to see Dudley become tag team champions, to be perfectly honest. And hopefully, with the New Day, we retain the tag team titles. It gives a little light. Not getting my hopes up for it, but it gives light to a potential Dean Ambrose Roman Reigns tag team title run. Hopefully, maybe. So yeah, New Day retains. Decent match. Nothing really too much to talk about there. From there, I'm going to the Divas Championship match. Charlotte versus Nikki Bella, with people banned from ringside. PCB and Bella's banned from ringside. I thought these two put on a really good Divas match here. Big step up from the Night of Champions match. I felt like it was just really good, and they just really clicked really well. Nikki Bella definitely had a great showing as well. And you know, Charlotte is just, she's still improving because she did a lot of things I still didn't like, especially at the end. She really pissed me off at the end of the match. I just feel like both of them put on a solid performance. Definitely the counters too, and just really good Divas match and really solid stuff there. The big thing that pissed me off, like I said, was just the ending. How Nikki Bella hit an Alabama Slam on Charlotte on the ring apron. Like she hit it on the ring apron, throws her in the ring, and she tries to goes for the right attack, but Charlotte counters it into the figure 8 and makes her tap out, and she's like celebrating just fine, like completely no soul. The Alabama Slam onto the apron and just like, oh yeah, I won, awesome, hold the title up. That really pissed me off. I hate when people no sell big moments like that, and it just pisses me off. But really good Divas match there. Like I said, great showing from both Divas, especially Nikki Bella. I don't care what anyone says. On the main roster, not including Sasha Banks and like, you know, Charlotte and the new incoming Divas, the entire year Nikki Bella has been the best Diva on the roster. Like I said, not including Sasha Banks or Charlotte and them. She's just had great performances a lot. So great showing from Nikki there. After that, we had the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, Seth Rollins versus Kane. Nothing really too much to talk about here. This does not feel like a world title match at all. It just had like a regular Raw match feel to it. It just, it's the best match it probably could have pulled, but even then, it still wasn't a good match. It was just decent at best, and nothing really worthy talking about. I mean, the only spot they screwed up where Kane with the choke slam Seth Rollins, or tombstone through the announce table, but Seth Rollins slithered down and gave him a powerbomb onto the Spanish announce table, but the table didn't break. Kane just like bounced off it. So the one spot they had that was going to matter, they screwed up somehow. But yeah, the match itself is just decent. Just like I said, did not feel like a world title match at all. this felt like a regular Raw match, like beginning of the second hour Raw match. That's what it felt like, and I don't know. It just was a pointless match, and it didn't need to happen, but it did. Seth Rollins won clean with a pedigree on Kane for the 1-2-3, so that's that. But yeah, just nothing to talk about there. Just didn't feel like a world title match, and it just felt like a regular Raw match. That's what it felt like. From there on, we go to the Intercontinental Championship match. Kevin Owens versus Ryback. This was better than that Champions match. They definitely had a better match. Like it was good back and forth action. Like Kevin Owens would throw him into the ropes for a pop-up powerbomb, and Ryback would come back with a clothesline. I thought they had like a little good solid match there because the match is only like 4 minutes. It was a very short match for some reason. I don't know why exactly, but it was very short. Kevin Owens retained the pop-up powerbomb, so that was good. So that was a solid, nice little match there. For the time they had. But yeah, it was going really good. I just wish I had like a couple more minutes because I think it could have been a very solid match. But for the time it got it, it was good. But then we go to the main event, which was the Hell in a Cell match. Brock Lesnar versus the Undertaker. Of course, the final chapter in the storied rivalry between the two, which for some reason they only go back to WrestleMania 34, just because I know that's where the streak ended, but this rivalry goes all the way back to 2002. But it finally ends here. This match was absolutely awesome. This was just your old school brawl fight match. That's what this was. They weren't doing these big spots. They were just beating the holy hell out of each other. Minutes into the match, Brock Lesnar gets busted open, which he clearly bladed. He got thrown to the post and he, hit his head with his hand. So it's kind of like, it's pretty obvious that you bladed yourself there. But it was just them beating the holy hell out of each other. Lesnar's chair shots to Undertaker were just unbelievable. He actually smacked him on the side of his face with the chair, which was extremely painful. And these two were it was a knockout brawl. It's those two swinging back and forth. They kind of screwed up one spot where Lesnar had the stairs, and he's going to swing it down on Taker. But when he had it up, Taker was going to kick his legs back, so it went back to Brock. But Taker kicked his legs early, so Taker kicked his legs when Brock still had it up, when it wasn't going down yet. So it came off very bad. But Brock actually dropped it on his head, which was really painful. But yeah, just an awesome fight here. Just blood pouring out of Lesnar's head. You have blood on Taker from Lesnar. Just absolutely awesome. Lesnar takes him to Suplex City, 3 suplexes followed by 2 F5s. Taker ain't having it. Brock gets a genius idea. He rips the ring apron apart. He rips it open. He exposes the freaking wood. He goes, I'm going to kill Taker on this thing. Taker says, fuck no. Choke slams him on it. Gives him a tombstone on it. Brock kicks out still. Taker doesn't know what the hell to do. Brock gives him a low blow. Says, no, you did this to me. I'm going to do it to you. Low blows Taker. Gives him one last F5 onto the exposed wood in the ring, and gets a 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar defeats the Undertaker in their final encounter. Just an awesome old school style just brawl. That's what you got here. All rules aside, they didn't care. They just went all out and just had an awesome old school style fight. I'd say it was similar to their first Hell in a Cell from No Mercy 2002. It's similar, not as brutal, but this match was still brutal. I love these kind of matches where you don't need these big high spots, brutal high spots like falling off of the cell or whatever. Just the simple little shots they give it's just brutal. And I love it. This is a simple, brutal match, and I love every second of it. Awesome match between these two guys. Definitely a great blow off to their rivalry, in my opinion. Great stuff. Brock wins. After the match, Taker's in the ring. He's kind of like, you know what? Well, I tried my best. Goes through the pose, and then all of a sudden, the Wyatts come out. They don't really do much to the Undertaker, but they carry him out. The Wyatts carry him out on their shoulders, and that's how the show ends. I'm not even going to get into my feelings on this because, first of all, you have Bray Wyatt lose to Roman Reigns clean, and then you expect me to take him seriously in another potential feud with the Undertaker right after he just lost to Roman Reigns. The booking for Bray Wyatt is so unbelievably terrible, it's not even funny. The man has zero credibility, and honestly, it pisses me off that this is happening. I can rant for another 25 minutes right now if I wanted to about Bray Wyatt in general, but I'm not going to. I'm going to save time here, and I'm going to end the review here. I may make it its own video of me ranting on Bray Wyatt because he's failed so many times. I'm not blaming him. it's them two. It's half and half, in my opinion, how it goes with the person and how, you know, they're booked. Well, I know the wrestler doesn't book himself, you know, the writers do, but how many times must they fail with him, booking wise, and still try so hard to make it seem like he's the best thing going on right now? He's losing match after match after match when it matters, but it's like, oh no, he's still a big deal. You know, he can be thrown in a feud whenever he wants. It's just, it's so upsetting, and I hate to see it. It really bothers me, but what can I do? But yeah, that was my review for Hell in a Cell. I'm going to wrap it up before I keep rambling on. Like I said, overall, I thought Hell in a Cell was a good show, good pay-per-view. It felt like a Raw. That's what it felt like, you know. You had some average matches, nothing too bad. You had two great matches that really stood out. So, yeah, I enjoyed the pay-per-view for what it was. Hope you guys did too. If you did, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or leave your thoughts in the comments below if you'd like. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching the video.